What if your biggest problem is not that you think too little, but that your brain refuses to shut up? POV. It's 1:47 a.m. You are in bed. You should be asleep. You have a normal pillow, a normal blanket, a normal ceiling. But inside your head, there is a full government investigation happening. One message. One tiny message. Okay. That's it. 4 letters. But your brain looks at it like it's ancient cursed evidence. Why did they say okay and not okay? Why no emoji? Why no exclamation mark? Are they mad? Did I do something? Should I reply? Should I not reply? What if replying makes me look desperate? What if not replying makes me look cold? What if this okay is the beginning of my villain origin story? And now you're not sleeping. You're not solving anything. You're just lying there like a stressed potato while your brain opens 47 tabs and all of them are playing different music. People call this overthinking. They say, bro, just stop thinking. Amazing advice. That's like telling someone drowning, just become dry. The truth is, overthinking is not just thinking too much. Overthinking is your brain trying to protect you from uncertainty. It's trying to make life feel safe by analyzing every possible disaster before it happens. But here's the problem. Your brain is not protecting you anymore. It's basically a security guard who saw one suspicious leaf move outside and called the FBI. And if you don't learn how this works, your whole life can turn into one giant mental loading screen. You don't start because you're not ready. You don't text because you're thinking of the perfect reply. You don't choose because you're weighing the options. You don't live because your brain is still buffering. So today, we're stepping into the psychology of overthinking. And yes, this might hurt a little, because overthinkers don't usually think they're avoiding life. They think they're being smart, careful, deep, self-aware. But sometimes, I'm just thinking about it actually means I'm scared, and I'm trying to hide inside my own head. So what is overthinking? Simple. Overthinking has 2 favorite weapons. Weapon 1, replaying the past. You said something slightly awkward 3 years ago. Your brain remembers. Your brain has the footage. 4K quality. Multiple camera angles. Director's commentary. You're trying to brush your teeth, and suddenly your mind goes, hey, remember when you said you too to the waiter after he said enjoy your meal? And now your soul leaves your body. That's rumination. Your brain keeps replaying old scenes, hoping somehow you can edit them. But you can't. The conversation is over. The people moved on. One person probably doesn't even remember your name. But your brain is still in the courtroom screaming, objection. Weapon 2, predicting the future. This is the classic what-if spiral. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if I choose wrong? What if I waste my life? What if I finally try and discover I'm actually not special? What if everyone secretly knows I'm cringe? Your brain starts building a whole Netflix series out of one possible problem. Season 1, small mistake. Season 2, everyone hates you. Season 3, you live under a bridge eating expired noodles. And the weirdest part? It feels productive. That's why overthinking is so addictive. You feel like you're doing something. You're analyzing, planning, predicting, preparing. But most of the time, you're not preparing. You're just pre-suffering. You're experiencing pain from a future that has not even happened yet. Congratulations. You invented emotional DLC. You paid extra for anxiety content. And why does the brain do this? Because uncertainty feels dangerous. Your brain would rather imagine 10 bad outcomes than sit calmly with one unknown outcome. To an overthinker, I don't know feels like a trap. So the brain tries to know everything. How they feel. What they meant. What will happen? What could go wrong? What you should do? What you should have done? What your life means? Why you are like this? Why your brain is like this? Why you are thinking about why your brain is like this? And now you're overthinking. Overthinking. Very efficient. So where does this come from? A lot of overthinkers learned early that peace depends on prediction. Maybe you grew up around people whose moods changed fast. One moment, everything was fine. Next moment, boom, tension. Someone got angry. Someone went cold. Someone made you feel like you had to guess what was wrong. So your brain became a little emotional detective. You learn to read faces, tone, silence, footsteps, door sounds, texting patterns, the energy in the room. As a kid, that may have helped you. If you could predict the mood, maybe you could avoid trouble. But then you grow up, and your brain keeps doing the same thing everywhere. Your friend replies a little slower. Threat detected. Your partner says, "We'll talk later?" Threat detected. Your boss writes, "Can we chat tomorrow?" Your brain immediately packs your desk, updates your resume, and imagines you explaining to your family why you got fired. Nothing happened yet, but your body is already in the final episode. Another reason people overthink is perfectionism. Not the cute kind where your desk is organized. The painful kind where you think every choice has a correct answer, and one wrong move will ruin everything. You want the perfect message, perfect timing, perfect career move, perfect relationship decision, perfect life plan, perfect version of yourself, who never looks stupid, never gets rejected, never disappoints anyone, and never has to say, "I messed up." But that person does not exist. That person is a fake LinkedIn profile with no nervous system. Real life is messy. You can make a good choice and still feel pain. You can say the right thing and still be misunderstood. You can love someone and still lose them. You can work hard and still fail. And because that uncertainty feels unbearable, the overthinking brain does something sneaky. It delays life. It says, "Don't act yet, think more. Don't send it yet, rewrite it. Don't start yet, research more. Don't decide yet. What if there's a better option?" And suddenly, thinking becomes a hiding place. You're not lazy, you're scared of the moment reality answers back. Because as long as you don't send the message, the reply can still be perfect in your imagination. As long as you don't start the project can still be a masterpiece in your head. As long as you don't choose, you can still pretend every path is open. But the longer you stay in your head, the smaller your real life gets. Now let's talk about the 3 traps of overthinking. Trap 1. The screenshot courtroom. Every overthinker has done this. You send your friend a screenshot and say, "Be honest. Am I crazy?" Your friend replies, "No, it seems fine." For 7 seconds, peace. Then your brain returns like, "Okay, but what if they're just being nice?" So you send it to another friend, then another. Now you have a full jury. 12 people, 1 text message, 0 peace. This is reassurance addiction. You keep asking people to make the uncomfortable feeling go away, but the feeling always comes back. Because the real problem is not the message. The real problem is that your brain doesn't trust uncertainty. So every time you ask someone else to calm you down, you feel better for a moment. But your own self-trust gets weaker. You teach your brain, "I cannot handle this feeling alone." And next time, the spiral comes back louder. Trap 2. The fake productivity spiral. This one looks responsible. You're not panicking. No, you're planning. You watch videos, read threads, make notes, compare options, open 19 tabs, create a list, then a better list, then a list to organize the lists. And after 4 hours, you have done absolutely nothing except develop back pain. Overthinking loves dressing up as preparation. But preparation has an endpoint. Avoidance does not. If research helps you act, it's useful. If research helps you avoid acting, it's fear wearing a tiny lab coat. At some point, more thinking is not giving you clarity. It is giving you excuses. Trap 3. Emotional time travel. Overthinkers are rarely in the present. Your body is in Tuesday. Your brain is in 2018, regretting something. Then it jumps to 2034, worrying about being alone. Then it comes back to yesterday, analyzing a facial expression. Then it jumps to next week, predicting failure. Your brain has invented the worst time machine ever. No dinosaurs, no cool future cities, just shame and anxiety. And because your mind is never here, you miss real life. You miss the conversation because you're analyzing how you sound. You miss the date because you're checking if they like you. You miss the opportunity because you're calculating how it could go wrong. You miss peace because your brain thinks peace is suspicious. But here's the good news. Overthinking is learned protection. And if it was learned, it can be retrained. Not deleted, retrained. So here are 4 steps to get out. Step 1. Name the spiral. Do not fight the thought immediately. Name it. Say, this is overthinking. This is my brain trying to predict danger. This is the courtroom. This is the Netflix disaster series. Sounds simple, but it matters. Because the moment you name it, you are no longer fully inside it. You create distance. Instead of saying, I ruined everything, say, my brain is telling me I ruined everything. That tiny sentence is powerful. Because you are not every thought your brain throws at you. Sometimes your brain is wise. Sometimes your brain is a raccoon in a trash can at 3 a.m. You don't have to obey the raccoon. Step 2. Set a thinking limit. Overthinking grows when it has unlimited time. So stop giving every small decision a full board meeting. For small things, use a timer. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Then choose. Should I send this normal message? Read it once, maybe twice. Not 46 times like you're decoding a hostage note. Then send it. Should I start the task? Set a timer for 10 minutes. Start badly. Badly is allowed. Badly is better than imaginary. For big decisions, give yourself a deadline. I will think about this until Friday, then I choose. Not because you'll have perfect certainty by Friday. You won't. But because life needs movement. Clarity often comes after action, not before it. Step 3. Choose imperfect action. This is where overthinkers suffer. Because overthinking wants a perfect first step. Perfect confidence, perfect plan, perfect mood, perfect sign from the universe. Bro, the universe is not your project manager. Start before it feels clean. Send the message before it sounds like Shakespeare. Apply before you feel 100% ready. Post before you hate it into silence. Have the conversation before you memorize every possible response. You build self-trust by surviving imperfect action, not by thinking until fear disappears. Fear may come with you. Let it sit in the passenger seat. But stop letting it drive. Step 4. Move from head to body. Overthinking gets worse when your body is frozen. That's why it attacks at night. You're lying still. Room dark. Phone glowing. Brain says, perfect. Time to review every mistake you've ever made. So move. Not as a life hack. As a signal to your nervous system. Walk. Shower. Clean one corner of your room. Wash 1 cup. Do 10 push-ups. Stretch. Breathe slower. Write the thought down in 1 sentence. Then ask, what is one real action I can take? If there is an action, take it. If there is no action, then your job is not solving. Your job is letting the feeling pass without feeding it. Because not every feeling is a task. Some feelings are just weather. You don't have to build a house inside every storm. And listen, you will still overthink sometimes. You're not going to watch one video and become a peaceful monk who drinks tea and smiles at clouds. Your brain will still do brain stuff. You may still replay conversations. You may still panic over a short reply. You may still create a whole legal case because someone said, sure, instead of yeah, of course. But now you can catch it faster. You can say, this is the spiral. And then you choose one real step. Not a perfect step, a real one. Because the biggest cost of overthinking is not stress. It's that it steals your life while pretending to protect it. It steals the message you never send, the project you never start, the relationship you never enjoy, the opportunity you never take, the version of you that could have existed if you stopped asking fear for permission. At some point, you have to accept this. You cannot think your way into a life you are too scared to touch. You have to enter it. Messy, awkward, uncertain, human. So next time your brain opens 47 tabs at 2 a.m., don't click every one. Close the courtroom. Exit the disaster movie. Tell your brain, thanks for trying to protect me, but we are not doing this all night. Then take one small, real action. Because your life does not begin when you finally finish thinking. It begins when you stop using thinking as a hiding place. If you saw yourself in this video, hit like and subscribe so we can keep decoding the weird hidden patterns of the mind together. And if you know someone who can turn one text message into a psychological crime documentary, send this to them. Not as an attack, as emotional support. Because sometimes the problem is not that life is too complicated. Sometimes your brain just has too many tabs open. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.